Good morning, everyone. This channel is Here and Now with Mike and Dawn. This channel follows us as we take adventures together. We do our best to lead a ketogenic lifestyle, and we are navigating being empty nesters. As you can see, I'm in my car, and I'm only one half of Mike and Dawn. Mike is at work right now, but it is the weekend again, and we are headed out on another adventure. We are going camping for the first time in since the 4th of July, I think, which is basically unheard of for us. If you are new to our channel, we travel around. We like to go to different campgrounds. We very rarely camp at the same place twice. However, this campground we have been to before. We were there last year. It's called Guilford Lake, and the sites are only electric, but they are beautiful and they're right on the water. On Saturday, our plan is to rent a pontoon boat for the day. So there will be 4 couples this weekend. We have 3 that will be camping and 1 couple that's going to be staying in an Airbnb close by. Our friend James has always wanted to captain a pontoon boat. That's just been something that he has wanted to do. So we're excited to rent this boat, and last Friday was his birthday. We did get together with them last Friday. My friend Melissa, his wife, had everybody over to celebrate and have dessert. I did not have any, thank you very much. But I have a little gift that I'm going to give him tonight, and what that is a t-shirt that says, "I never dreamed I'd grow up to be a sexy pontoon captain, but here I am killing it." So we're going to give that shirt to him tonight. We are planning on having our usual chicken Phillies. I think I've showed you that in another video. James and Melissa, that's just kind of like their specialty. It's just chicken Phillies on the grill with cheese and peppers and onions. And some people do it on a bun. We never do ours on a bun. We just have it on a plate. So I'm not a fan of onions, so sometimes I'll do some peppers, cheese. Every now and then I'll buy mushrooms to throw on it. It varies a little bit, but for the most part, it's a staple for us when we go camping. I'm also bringing along some buffalo chicken dip with pork rinds and celery because, again, that is something that we can snack on and everybody likes that. I also bring tortilla chips for those who don't do a low-carb lifestyle. That way those are available for them. Saturday, obviously, I've already said we're going to rent a pontoon boat tomorrow. The weather this weekend is supposed to be spectacular. In the 80s, full sun every day, so I'm super excited about that because we honestly haven't had a ton of great weather this year. We had some cold weather in the beginning. In the middle there, it was rainy off and on, so we're excited to actually have some great weather for once. And then Saturday night we're going out to dinner. There's a local restaurant close by this campground that everybody really likes. I think it's called Pondy's. I've not been there because the last time they all went, I stayed home sick. I was super sick that weekend, so I did not go and I missed that meal. But everybody said it was fabulous, great service, reasonable prices, delicious food, the whole 9 yards. So that's the plan on Saturday, and then obviously we'll leave on Sunday. I do have to run a couple errands this morning. I need to go get Mike some sparkling water, I need to get some Zevia, and I need to get some rotisserie chicken. On Saturday we're planning on packing our lunches and taking them on the boat with us. So we got some lunch meat. I'm going to make some chicken salad. I did get a little bit of fruit to share. I think that's about it, but I need to pick up those few things today. I have just arrived at my mother and father-in-law's. If you are new to our channel, I help my mother-in-law, Mike, and I both help pretty much every day take care of my father-in-law, Mike's dad. He is bedridden after being in a motorcycle accident almost 4 years ago now. We help care for him, so I'm over here to help get him cleaned up and his day started, and then I'm going to go run those errands. Okay, so I just left that store. They did not have the water that Mike likes. It's a sparkling water made by Polar, and the flavor that he really likes is called Blood Orange Lemonade. They quit selling it at the Walmart that we go to. That's where he originally found it, and now you can only order it like on Walmart's app, like to have it delivered or shipped, and they charge you like $7 to have it shipped. It's crazy. So I looked at the store. They did not have any in stock. I don't know if they carry it normally. They do have the Polar brand. They just didn't have that flavor. So I have one more place I'm going to stop and see if they have it, and if they don't, he's just not going to have his water this weekend. So I struck out again. They don't have it here. And I just got off the phone with Mike, and he really wants it. So I'm going to go on my phone and see if I can find anybody around here that carries it. I'm super nervous that maybe it's something that we can't get anymore. I'm not sure. Okay, so I have given up on this drink that he wants. I can't find anywhere around us that carries it. There are some CVS's that say that they have them in stock, but they are not close. So we do not have time to make that drive today with getting ready to leave. We're supposed to be leaving in just about an hour and a half, and I still have food that has to be made, and the fridge and the camper needs to be stocked, and I just don't have time to make that drive. So I'm literally just going to tell Mike that he needs to go to a local store and just find something he thinks will work, that he will like. You guys, we've talked about this before. He's so picky. It's crazy. That's where we're at now. I'm headed back home. I'm going to show you guys real quick how I make my buffalo chicken dip. Everybody does it a little bit different, and I don't like blue cheese, so we use ranch, but I'll just show you here real quick. First off, because we are camping, I always use these liners when we use a slow cooker at the campground, because it's so hard to wash things out and you don't want like food particles and different things going down into your black tank. So I always use these liners. I dump 2 large cans of chicken breast in, and then I take a fork and I mash up the hunks so it's shredded. That way you get a little bit of chicken in every scoop instead of like big hunks of chicken. So I'll do that real quick. So as you can see, it's all shredded. And then the next thing I do is add 1 16-ounce bottle of ranch, whatever kind of ranch you want to use. I usually use the regular ranch from Walmart, but they were out of it. So this is the buttermilk ranch. And you just dump the entire bottle in. Next, I add in 1 brick of ranch. It's hard to see where I put it in here because I do soften it in the microwave ahead of time. So it's a little bit runnier and incorporates into the dip a little bit better. So it's not just like chunky in there, I guess. Sometimes if you just add it in or you cut it up, you still get like big chunks of cream cheese. So I soften it in the microwave, and I've added that on top here. Next is 2 cups of cheese. Feel free to shred your own. I am not doing that. I just bought a bag of sharp cheddar. You can use any kind you want. If you want it a little spicier, you could use a spicy cheese, but I'm just using sharp cheddar. And last but not least, I'm using half a cup of Frank's Red Hot. To me, this just gives the right amount of flavor, and it doesn't make it too hot because Mike does not like hot stuff. So I found that this is like the perfect amount to give it flavor, but not make it too spicy for him. And then we're going to give it a quick mix. And there we have it. It's all mixed up and ready to go. We'll take it with us, and when we get to the campground, probably about 4:30 or 5, I'll just plug it in and it'll be warm and ready when dinner's done. This is definitely one of our faves. Here is my chicken salad. It's all made, ready, mixed up. I told you guys in the last video what I put in that. It's very basic. Just chicken, mayo. I put cheese in there, some spices. It's boring, but it does make a good dip for pork rinds. So I just finished chopping up the celery, cutting up the celery, I guess, not really chopping it, into small pieces, which makes it easy to dip in the buffalo chicken dip. And as I said before, we also have plain pork rinds to also dip. I just finished prepping a couple keto chow shakes for Mike and I. One of the things we almost always do when we camp is take a shake for driving home on Sunday, because we get up and you don't want to dirty dishes or anything. So after we're done loading up the camper and we get on the road, this is just something easy for us to have to break our fast. I made raspberry cheesecake for myself, and I just made a basic chocolate for Mike. We're on the road, so our adventure has officially begun.
Oh, it's been an adventure.
Yeah. There's Mike. Obviously, it's only been me so far this morning, so...
This is what happens when you don't camp for 5 weeks. Everything falls apart. Nothing goes the way it's supposed to, and it just becomes a gigantic adventure.
We ran into a little bit of a snag with our power jack. It just, for some reason, we went to jack up the tongue of our camper and it wasn't working. It was making noise but not moving. So we're not really sure what's going on with that. So Mike called his brother, because he is the one who installed it, and he works for Camper City, and he basically couldn't really help us other than telling us how to manually jack it up and down for this trip. So you have to use muscle power.
And I have none.
We used to have a manual jack when we first got our camper, but it was just different, and we weren't really sure how to manually raise the power jack is where we were getting confused. So he got a hold of his brother. We got that done, but we got on the road a little bit later than we wanted. What time is it saying we're going to get there?
3:15.
We're going to get there about 3:15. We only have electric this weekend, so we will have to go to the potable water and fill up our water tank before we go to our site. So we're on our way.
45 minutes behind schedule.
Men and their schedules, I tell you. We are here. We've arrived. We're all set up finally. Things are moving kind of slow today for sure. We just seemed like we ran into one issue after another. Our GPS took us to the wrong side of the lake, so we weren't on the campsite ground, and then we couldn't figure out how to get over here. It's just been a process today. But for those of you that are new here, I'm just going to show you our camper real quick. So I'm going to spin this around. So here's our door where you come in. Obviously, we have a nice indoor-outdoor speaker. This comes off the wall so we can take it out. We have this little sign here that Mike's mom got us. So you walk in this door. Try to move slow so it doesn't. And you have our dinette here to the right, which I have to hang this sign up. Hold on one second. There, that's better. That sign actually hangs right there. Something we did when we were crafting. I also made that when we were at Mohican. I made that little decoration. And then over here we painted rocks when we were at, I'm not sure where we were at. I think Pymatuning maybe. We painted those rocks. We have pictures of our camper on the day that we brought it home. This little sign here. And then actually that little brown sign right here, this actually needs to go outside. I haven't hung it up yet. This one right here. I have my buffalo chicken dip warming up, but this is our kitchenette area. We did not want a really big kitchen because we don't use it. We try not to cook a lot here. We've only had these burners on like maybe once or twice. We do have an outdoor grill that we use. There's my coffee pot, plasticware. Right behind you have the refrigerator, and then you're back to the door. So then we have a pass-through bathroom, which I actually really like because it's just Mike and I. We have a really large shower here, and what is nice is when you shut this door, a lot of the bathrooms are teeny tiny, so at least when we shut that door, we have the whole width of the camper. We have stuff in our shower right now, just our pool bag and our dirty clothes hamper, but you don't feel really claustrophobic like you're in a little cubby hole because you have like the whole width of the camper as your bathroom. With some bathrooms in these small couples campers don't even have sinks in them. They're that tiny. At least we have a little sink. We have storage down there. We have a medicine cabinet up here. I did put some organizing containers into our medicine cabinet just to keep things, sorry, there's a couple up here too. And this is really just to keep things from falling over. The bigger bottles and stuff they're heavy, so they fall over. So this keeps everything fairly organized for us. And then there used to be a door here. We found the door opening into our bedroom to be very cumbersome. So we put up a curtain rod, and I put up a blackout curtain. Let's go in here. It's just tied back 99.9% of the time. So when it's just Mike and I here, it doesn't ever need to be closed. But every now and then we'll have someone staying in our camper. So when we're sleeping at night, we will shut that. But very, very rarely do we do that. And then you have, so this is our bed. And at the foot of our bed, we have pretty decent storage. There is a space here for a TV, but we've never hung a TV up because we've said before that we use camping as a time to decompress and get away from electronics. So we try not to have that. But we have all this storage here. Goes all the way around, kind of like a his and hers. That's my side. That's Mike's side. And then we just kind of use this as storage as well for drinks and snacks and stuff. We also have a ton of under bed storage, not just under the bed, but at the foot of our bed, we have like all these storage containers. We keep stuff in there as well. And then we have a really nice picture window off the back of our camper. So as you can see, there's the lake out there, and everyone's already kind of hanging out there. I haven't headed out yet, but they're all kind of sitting around the fire already. And then there's the lake. So we have a pretty view from our bedroom for sure. Everybody's waving. So that's it, guys. That's the view or the tour of our tiny couples camper. We love it. It's perfect for the two of us. We're getting ready to get this weekend started, so stay tuned. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope you can hear me fine. The air conditioning is on here in the camper. It is already warm and sunny outside. You can see here. As I stated before, we're going out on a pontoon boat today, so it is the perfect day for that. I have my suit on, my little cover up, so I'm ready to go. There wasn't too much to show last night. We did build a fire. We had our chicken Phillies for dinner. I did give James his birthday present. I'll insert a picture here of him getting his shirt. So he's going to be wearing that out on the boat today, from what I understand. So that's very cool. And I will show you guys some footage from today if I get a chance. But other than that, that's all that's going on. I haven't had anything to eat yet today. I think I'm just going to fast until we eat on the boat, because we're supposed to eat lunch, and I've already fasted this long. Right now it's already after 10. I think we're leaving a little after 11 to head out. We have to rent the boat. I think there's some paperwork that we need to sign. Some of our friends are getting food. Where you rent the boats, there's a restaurant there. And so some of them are getting food there to take on the boat. Mike and I opted to just bring our own so that we could try to stay on plan better. So that's it for now. We'll see you guys later. We just got back from dinner. We're going to go out and have a bonfire with our friends, but we wanted to talk to you guys real quickly about what we had at dinner. We did a good job, right? Mm-hmm. So they did have a lot of choices, which made it much easier. We both had a side salad as one of our sides with our meals. What did you have, babe?
I had a New York strip steak, 6 shrimp, and I had green beans. Mm-hmm. And I had a Diet Coke to drink, but I didn't eat any bread, even though I really wanted to, because the
bread looked really good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone kept talking about how good it was, and we were like, "Oh, we're not gonna have any of that."
But yeah, I didn't eat any of that. So.
And I had scallops with like a big portobello mushroom. It had like a Parmesan sauce on it and asparagus, and they were delicious. They were so good. And some of our group has decided to go out and get ice cream. They just left to go do that, and they're gonna come back, but we're not gonna do that either. So
I'm too full anyway.
We're gonna end the night on a good note. We did well at dinner, so obviously.
I mean, I might have a healthy snack later, but yeah, I'm not having any ice cream. So.
Yeah, I'm not hungry at all, so I'll be good for the rest of the night.
I mean, we could have went and got keto ice cream or something. You know, we could have.
They don't have keto ice cream they were going to the grocery store. They weren't going to like, an ice cream place because it's too late. It's after 9:00 at night.
Right. They were going to the store, so we might have been able to find some if
possibly.
we wanted to.
But I'm fine. I don't really need that. I had a sizable dinner and I feel good. Mm-hmm. So that's it for tonight, guys. We're gonna go out and sit around our fire and enjoy that.
Tomorrow is Sad Sunday.
Yeah. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. It's Sad Sunday.
Another sad Sunday.
Yep, camping is over. We are actually sitting in line right now, just waiting to dump our black tank, and then we're going to be on the road. We have our keto chow shakes I showed you guys that I made earlier. We'll drink those on the way home. We're going to go home and just
get ready because we're going out.
Yeah, we're going out tonight, so we do have to go home and get showered. After we get the camper parked and unload the refrigerator and everything, we'll have to get cleaned up because we have plans later. That's it though for this trip. We just wanted to wrap it up for you guys.
4 more days and we'll be on another trip.
Yep, we leave next Friday for Findlay. It'll be another camping weekend. We have a lot of them coming up, so
we're excited.
It makes for short weeks for sure. So we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yep, have a good day.
Bye.
The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top.